I know there's no volume. Wait. Hey! Fixed it. Alright, what's up, guys? I forgot to do my intro at the beginning, so then I had to do my intro, and then for some reason I didn't have volume or audio. So, somebody said use sign language. Okay. A, B, C, D, E. I know the whole alphabet because my neighbor in elementary school and middle school was deaf, so I learned sign language. I forgot most of it, but anyway, so that's a fun fact about me. Somebody asked how my ankle is. It's fine. I sprained it the other day, literally doing yard work like an idiot, and it's good now. Still a little swollen, but you know, that's what happens when you roll your ankle. But it's fine. Thanks for checking. I'll probably play soccer tomorrow, so we'll be good. Or football. Football, for all those people that are in the U.S., they call it football. We call it soccer around here. I don't know why. Anyway, thank you for joining today. Every time I drive by Top Golf in Omaha, I just assume you're there. Well, I'll be there in an hour, so yep. I have a lot of people that like to take me to Top Golf, so I get free Top Golf like all the time. It's awesome. I don't complain. I haven't paid for Top Golf literally all summer, so it's been great. How's my pad? Oh, my house. So it's good. We almost are done with the mold removal, or the mold's all done in the basement. Yada yada. The drywall is almost done. We got carpet coming in a couple weeks because we had hardwood floors in part of it, but my wife wants to do carpet in 2 rooms, and then in the laundry room she hired a designer and she's doing some crazy shit in there. So I don't know what's going on over there, but I'm taking care of my office. Hopefully I'll have my office back up in a few weeks. Painters are on standby whenever I need them. I got my handyman hopefully coming over to do some trim because I don't have electricity in my garage yet, which is something that my stepdad's an electrician, so he's going to be doing electricity in my garage at some point, but it's been too hot. And I'm just too lazy to do trim, so I'm going to have my handyman do it when he comes over and does like a million things for me that we've been getting ready to get done here and at my other property, and then I'm gonna be all set, you guys. I'm gonna be in my office, hopefully back in my zen mode. I feel like the first like month after I got out of my office, like my routine has been shit. It's been awful. Like my sleep schedule's been off. Just my routine of like being organized and my routine of getting to my desk has been awful. So like I was trading really bad, I felt like, for like a month after, and then I kind of settled down, and then I'm getting back into my routine. So this August I've only had 1 red day so far, which was yesterday. But anyway, so I want to get back in the office. It's just, you know, like you get in your comfy zone. Like I just hate being in the middle of my basement here. So anyway, thanks for joining me today. We're going to talk about waffles. The taco waffle pattern. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, we're going to talk about Bitcoin for a minute here. I'm going to talk about this Bitcoin Topgoonex buy approaching alert that we got for the first time in like years. We're going to talk about OBV, which is absolutely just falling off a cliff. And we'll talk about some other stuff too, I guess. So, let's see. So Bitcoin, you guys, we had this rising wedge breakdown, which we talked about on last live stream. Finally broke down. I mean, it's pretty damn clear. Like, it broke down. That's all I could say about it. It broke down and retested. I haven't gotten any short exposure yet. Probably my team's portfolio at least will get some short exposure if we close below the EMA here. But otherwise, like, this could just bounce and chop and do some bullshit still. Or we've seen it here where, see, it held the EMA here and here. It held it both times here, and we bounce. So if it holds it here, it's not out of the question that we bounce. But this is like what, the third time testing it. So it gets a little bit more risky. We did have a short confirmation yesterday too on the close. So we got a breakdown, and now we got a retest of this support. So we also You guys, for those of you that don't understand candlestick patterns, or maybe you're just newer to it, we got this trend reversal candle here. It's crazy. This, all these trend reversal candles are still valid. Like, look at this. We have no closes above this candle. This is a reversal candle. And the main one, the really clear one, is this one right here, right? Like, this is as picture perfect trend reversal candle as you can get. And as long as we don't close above this, which we didn't, then it's still valid as a trend reversal candle, just how this one was a trend reversal candle down here. Okay, so we had a trend reversal down there. Now we have a trend reversal up here. This one's just taken longer to play out, but now you could see we had no invalidation of that. If we closed above here, though, we would have just absolutely mooned. So I was ready to deploy capital if we, broke above that and closed, but we didn't. And you can see we even had another trend reversal candle here. So we had double trend reversal candles with some OBV bearish divergence, most likely. But anyway, if we just look at OBV, you guys, and I just made a video about on balance volume. I'm going to release it tomorrow. So stay tuned tomorrow morning. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube if you haven't already. Click the subscribe button. Give me the thumbs up, too, if you don't mind. I appreciate it. Unless you absolutely hate the live stream, then thumbs down. I don't want you to lie. But of course I appreciate the thumbs up. I appreciate the subscriptions. I'm almost at 30,000 subscribers, so we're getting close. Next step is 50,000. I just want to keep growing my YouTube and get more content out for you guys. So anyway, look at this OBV bearish divergence. Like, very, very significant, right? Like, OBV's been in a downtrend since June, and price has been basically in an uptrend since June. So, like, very significant divergence here. Like, I can't remember the last time I've seen such a harsh divergence. And did I release my OBV video, or which one did I release? Hold on. The div I pointed out on Twitter was clutch. Yeah, so let's see. Whoa. Hold on. I want to see which video, because I made 2 videos last week. Oh, yeah, so the last one I made was my favorite trade setups revealed, and then I have an old OBV video, but I went ahead and made a new one for you guys. So there's a new one coming out tomorrow. Talked about OBV, how I like to use it, how I use it for scalping, yada, yada. So make sure you check that out tomorrow. OBV, does OBV mean it's an obvious trade? No, that's a great question. OBV is on balance volume, which is this indicator. So it means... this is what OBV is, on balance volume. Not obvious. So on balance volume, I could definitely see the confusion at first. So it means on balance volume. And I explained it a little bit more in my video tomorrow. Okay, so that's OBV, that's candlesticks, rising wedge. So we've got the patterns, we've got the OBV. But you can see, like, it's just, volatility is just shit right now, you guys. So there's just not much volatility. It's just look at all these wicks everywhere. Like, I guess you could call that volatility, but more so it's like everything's just, if you go down to low time frames, everything's just sideways. Like, good God, look at this. Like, I have not been trading Bitcoin at all. Just straight sideways. Oh, there's a cool little bird up there. I thought it was a hummingbird over there. Okay, sorry. Look at the ADD mode activated. Get distracted by a bird. My son's the worst. He'll be like, we'll be like doing something. He's like, airplane? He'll like hear an airplane off in the distance that I didn't even hear. And he's like, airplane. Stops whatever he's doing. He just points at it and looks around for like 10 minutes. So anyway, so let's talk about the, hey, Jacob, what's up, bro? Ski. Welcome to the chat, bro. Long time no see. I'm going to come visit you in December again, if you're going to be in town. Probably like the first or second week. Probably like around the 9th again in December. So if you're in Miami around then, I'm going to come say what's up. Basically like my yearly trip to Miami with a buddy, and then I always visit Jacob while I'm there. So he's a great guy. He's a really cool guy. I've learned a lot from him. So really thankful for him, just, helping me grow as an entrepreneur, helping me grow in trading, and just kind of like all encompassing, right? Because like once you start doing your own thing, there's so much that goes into it, and then you start trying to find other ways to make money and grow, so it's just crazy. And then you have to figure out how to manage money. So he's been really helpful to me, and because I always recommend talking to people more successful than you. Like, always, I always ask so many questions to people that have more experiences than me and have done more than me, and I've learned so much. So you're never done learning. There's always somebody doing more than you, and even if you think you're at the top, sometimes, maybe you just learn something from somebody else and it kicks you up a gear or whatnot. So yeah, it's been awesome learning from him. But anyway, okay, so ADD mode deactivated. We're going to talk about the greatest indicator in the world. Topgoonex. Take flight. All right, that was a great intro. Okay. Topgoonex, you guys, is the best indicator in the world. It gave us the weekly sell signal on Bitcoin before we nuked. The weekly sell approaching alert. And it's only ever done that 3 times before. And every time we've nuked. 1, 2, 3. Look at that. Thank you, Topgoonex, for being amazing. All right, let's go down to the 1-day chart and talk about. And see, I like to use it on this chart here. But the other one has more history for the weekly time frame. But we've got our first daily buy approaching alert since $3,000 back in 2019. Now, will this one play out the same? I have no idea. But you can see here that basically on the daily time frame, if you bought Bitcoin when Topgoonex was in the lower yellow zone here, you have been in profit both times. I mean, that's the only 2 times that it's really been down there. Maybe it peaked in there, and maybe it peaked in here. But anytime the daily gets in this yellow zone here, buyers just hop in. So anyway, so that gives us, so we get this alert now, and it gives us clear levels to look at on the chart, okay? And what that means is we're going to basically go from the top of the bottom where this impulse, where this alert was given, okay? So we're going to take Fibonacci level. We're going to go from the bottom here to the top, all right? And you could see here that, if I zoom in, and we could get, so the alert was given right here at the top, which usually means a pullback. And you can see we pulled back, but we didn't pull back to any important levels yet, which is not completely uncommon, but, most times we pull straight back, which we did, but we held. So anyway, so what are we looking at here? Well, the Topgoonex rules are, it's great because it just gives you clear levels. So you can see here, bam, first level is a strong buy zone around 21,560. All right. So 21,560 is where Bitcoin, or where Topgoonex says we need to hold if we retest. And if we hold, we can bounce to at least the 236. So we should bounce to at least 23,740. Okay. And we could reject there and go back, and that alert has played out. Otherwise, we can break back atop here and the trend continuation, okay? And that signals strong trend continuation. So, anyway. Sorry, I'm reading the comments here. So, anyway, if this level breaks down, then we get a clear short opportunity, but also we most likely and very likely usually drop to the 1.337, which is at 19,376. So if we lose this support, then we have this little support below us, which we could wick. Okay, we could wick. But if we close below here, it's saying that it's likely we go down here. And of course, if we lose this area, that would be important anyway from a price action standpoint, right? So then this level here is the max risk reward needs to hold here. Otherwise, it's strong trend continuation down. Okay, so right now our key to hold is 21,560, which should supply some sort of bounce if tested, and then 19,370-ish, somewhere around there, right? So those are our key levels. Sometimes we bounce here and go mega pump, like we did it on Litecoin one time when we got an alert from Topgoonex. I'll show you this alert real quick. This was epic. So you can see here we got the buy approaching alert on Topgoonex here. Okay. And then we broke through the 0.786 fib, which is about right here. And we went just in front. The 1.337 fib was at like $20 or something. We just front ran it and then took off to new heights. Okay. And then vice versa, you see on Bitcoin, we got the sell approaching alert, which is the same as a buy, only it's opposite. And you can see here, okay, we tapped the 1.337 fib, as I just mentioned. Just about tapped it and nuked. Okay? So, yeah, that's how Topgoonex works, you guys. It's pretty freaking awesome that it gives us alerts like that ahead of time. So you know when it's given, you're like, okay, I'm going to start getting the hell out of this market here. And now that it's given the buy, we could say, okay, maybe we need to start getting into the market here, right? So hopefully we get some dips. 21.5 is the key area right now. And if that holds, we could potentially see, you know, up to like 28K or something. So that's what we're looking at right now. Somebody asked how I learned that. I mean, this is the indicator that I made, and then we made rules with it. It took a lot of work. These zones are like placed specifically in certain areas, and it's crazy because when when the momentum zone crosses, like if they're in a bullish trend and we cross this zone, then usually you get like a dip, and then price goes back up after it crosses back above. So it's kind of like, it almost works a little bit like Elliott waves. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but it's basically used for momentum and trend reversals. So when Topgoonex is at the bottom, it's risky to short, and when it's at the top, it's risky to long. But that's also telling you that there's max trend pressure. But yeah, so that's the daily view of Bitcoin via Topgoonex rules. Those are the levels we're looking at, and they don't change. So it's pretty clear. It gives us great levels for trades. You can do that on low time frames too. So use it all the time. I use it every single day. If you want to check it out, you can get access to it on Topgoonex.com. Yeah, so we've got a lot of people using it right now, and everyone seems to love it. But there's videos and education. If you're a current Topgoonex user, there's videos and education you can take advantage of. They're in the pinned tweet thread, or they're in the pinned message in the top of the alerts channel. But make sure you guys watch the videos and take some time to get used to it because it's really useful. Sol has pissed me off because I really wanted to short this and I didn't, and it's just nuking. But this stupid stop hunt overnight would have probably pissed me off, but obviously it made for a great entry. You can see here we had this breakdown here and a perfect retest. Like, this is picture perfect. Now, I was sleeping when this happened, but like, look at this. You get this 4H candle, which we have basically a double top here. So let's do a breakdown of Sol here and why it was a good short. So you've got a double top here basically. I bet you we have some bearish divergence, which we do. You can see price went higher and OBV went lower. So that is a bearish divergence. So that's criteria to get to a short there. But if you want to wait for confirmation, all right, you've got this breakdown here of this double top, and you can see it went a little high on the retest, but we still got a rejection here. Okay, still got this rejection here. And if you still weren't in, then you would look to get in here on this retest. So we've got this strong 4H candle, which immediately sells off. This is a bearish engulfing candle on higher volume, and that's basically the bearish bullish line. So below here is bearish, above here is bullish. So if you short around this area, you're getting a great risk reward short opportunity, right? Because if it flips above, it's going to go up higher, and that's your invalidation. So if you get in close to invalidations, that's when you're getting your best opportunities. So here we got a retest, and you could have gotten in there, or a secondary retest could have gotten in there, and you see how this is working. So that was a great short setup. I probably would have ran it like something like this. I would have put my stop loss probably pretty tight, like maybe above this wick over here, and I would have targeted this SMA right here. So it would have been about a 7% reward. Great trade setup. You know, it's just been like, even this, like if you shorted even a little bit late, you could have gotten wicked out there. So it's just been hard. Like even here, if you shorted this breakdown, you probably got wicked out here. So it's been tough to really trade these conditions and catch clean entries. This was obviously the cleanest. You got in and you saw immediate response. But again, if you've been getting chopped up the whole way over there, then it's like, maybe you're just making back your losses, right? So I have my portfolio tracker, which I don't know if you guys are in that. There's a link in my bio if you are interested in that. But basically, we just post our crypto allocations in our team's portfolios, and my team helps me run that. And we've been in stables, but we've been hesitant to take short positions, which we should have. But we could have shorted a million times and gotten, chopped up and stopped out a million times. And it was just like, we just need to really wait. And then we've got FOMC coming up today, which could just totally set the market haywire. So we're just in Sables, which is technically a 1x short of the market. We did catch some nice altcoin longs. We got Atom and 1inch were some of our best ones for the last couple weeks. But now we're just hanging out in Stables. We're really reluctant to short. And again, who knows? Maybe we would have gotten wicked out on some of these wicks this morning or overnight while we were sleeping. So we're just being careful. We don't want to get chopped up. Our account is in profit this year. Our portfolio is in profit overall, which is great. Not as much as we'd like. After seeing like 1,000% last year, right, with all the altcoin pumps and stuff, this year is like we're up 20% or so. So not as big as we want to see, but again, the market's been shit, so we can't complain too much because if you're like, some people's portfolios are probably up like 400, 500% this year, like maybe from the lows, but again, we play the long run and we try to teach risk management in there, and we're not going all in on positions because it just takes one shitty position with slippage, and you go all in and you get blown through, and it takes a while to make that back. So it's all good risk management. We're risking like 1% to 2% of our portfolio each trade, and we're slowly building, and we're up 20% over the year. Feels like they go for the craziest moves while we're sitting on our hands. Yeah. Well, the other thing is too, you guys, during the day, Bitcoin has had shit volatility. Like, I'm sitting on my computer every morning for at least a couple hours. And, I mean, let's just see here. Like, I'm here from like 8 a.m. my time to like at least 10 a.m. So, let's see what price is doing during that time. Yeah, so 8 a.m. right here. Bam. Like, it's just not doing anything. 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Just chopping. Like, what is going on? This is just crazy. And we get 8 a.m. Ooh, we actually had some volatility here. Bam. Finally. But lately, it's been all this sideways crap. Look, another one. 8 a.m. to 10. Whoop, just sideways. So I'm just not getting much volatility. Like, we want to see this. I want to see this. But this is all happening like 1 a.m. Oh, did we get another day? Yep, we had one good day here. Oh, no. It pumped, and then it chopped sideways for multiple hours that morning. I remember that, actually, because I missed out on that pump, and then I caught some shorts when I got to my computer, but there was no volatility still. So we're just not getting much until, like, late at night. Like, look, this one was at night. Like, it's just crazy. So during the day, look at what's happening right now. I'm glad I'm not trading today, because, look. For the last, what time is it? Look, 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 8:45. We got a little bit of volatility, but I got to my computer at 8:30 today. Or I usually get to my computer at 8:30. But you can see here, 8:30, 8:45 to 9. Like, it's just not much. Like, maybe catch one trade here, and then you're just watching it go sideways, and it's driving me crazy. So, yeah, you guys, the market's just been annoying lately. That's why I've been looking at stocks, because they've been more volatile. And I really wanted to short Macy's today, but I didn't. I took a couple Amazon shorts, but that's it. And I haven't been trading since. But everything looks like it's about to take another nuke down. We just got an ugly close on Amazon here below the 99 SMA, so that's not good. Unless that can reclaim. Everything's just looking ugly here. Look at these rejections. Yuck. Man, I would have loved to short this. Look at that breakdown. Rejection, breakdown. Lots of stuff breaking down. So, everything looks like shit today. Not interested in trading anything right now, but yeah, Shop was a great short. I'm really upset that I closed this early. I got in at 44 something, and I closed at like low 44s. So, anyway, now I'm just rambling. Somebody asked if I could look at Uni chart. Let's take a look here. I mean, Uni looks awful right now. Look at this whole uptrend break. Bam. I wish I would have seen this sooner. This would have been a good short. It's a little late for me to short now, but if I see any green, I could consider getting in a short. But again, we got FOMC today. I don't know what the hell is going to happen. If this 4H closes below here, This is a really nice breakdown. This would have been where I would have wanted to short right here. So let's get rid of this. This is really pretty. This is a good breakdown. Look, you've got like even a rising channel here. So nice breakdown here. And retest, rejection. So, I mean, this doesn't look good. If we get any retests above like $8, like I could probably start getting into a short here, but let's do horizontal support. So we're at horizontal support technically, right? You can see here. So if we broke that and retested, that would be a decent short opportunity. Otherwise, if we somehow get a little bit of bounce here at all, I could consider it because my invalidation is probably right about here. You wouldn't want to see it, you know, because if it reclaims up here, it reclaims that breakdown. It probably goes back to the highs. So, any chance of Bitcoin going to 16K? Sure, but we talked about those levels to hold. So, I mean, if Bitcoin breaks down these levels, shit gets ugly really fast. These two levels. But for now, like, you guys, we could range for a while. Like, we could literally, I don't even know. Like, there's so many scenarios right now, but, like, we could just, like, do this for months. Like, for the rest of the year, we could be stuck in this range. Like, it's not out of the question. It is absolutely not out of the question that we're stuck in this range. Not only that, I think this is a distribution zone. Let me look at something here. And then I got to get going because I have to get to Topgolf. But I'm going to show you guys something. If I can search here. My Twitter is broken. Okay. All right, let's see if this is it. Okay, here it is. So, we've got distribution range, and here, let's see. Let's try to get this next to each other. What's happening? Okay, so let's see if we could just line this up even, maybe. Is that close? I can't even see the numbers now. Anyway, so this could be a distribution range. We actually broke straight down and went into here. We're kind of like mid of these ranges. Like, this was my distribution range. Wait, where's 21.7? Okay, so 21.7 is right here, which is also a fib. So 21.75 is where the red zone starts. Okay. So 21.75, this is where the accumulation zone starts, and then this is where up to 38K, which you can't see on here. So this is technically a redistribution zone anywhere in here, or a distribution zone, and then down here becomes accumulation zone. So anything down here is technically an accumulation zone, and then anything below 16K should be an instant reversal zone. So basically, anything below 21K is where you want to accumulate, and anything below 16K is like instant reversal. So hopefully we would see, you know, price go back immediately above there. And we saw this last year, you guys. If you could zoom in here, well, what is happening? Okay, well, you can't zoom in, but I meant if we look here. What happened? Okay, you look here. And you see that this accumulation zone below 6K and instant reversal zone was below 3,900 last time. So that's kind of how I had those zones marked out. So we're kind of seeing the same thing in my opinion. So that's what I have. And that's been pretty reliable the last few bear markets. So, but yeah, I mean, nothing looks good. Everything looks like it's going to break down lower here. So play safe, you guys. But I'm going to take off. I got some Topgolf today. Thanks for joining me, everyone. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Yeah, I appreciate y'all joining. And I will give you some updates on the Twitter at a later time. But watch out. Looks like Nuketown is coming. So be safe, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.